So, welcome to 101 Stock Trading with Kesley. So, first and foremost, I recommend please download this app called IPO Calendar. This app is going to be extremely important as you start stock trading, and then of course Robinhood. So let's start with IPO Calendar. IPO Calendar is an app that will tell you all the companies that are going to be going public. This is a free app. I think you do have to pay for special features, but the free app is good enough. So just to give you an idea, if you go to the upcoming, it tells you all the companies that they're going to go public. It tells you the date, and then on the right hand side, it tells you how much the stock price is projected. So just to give you an idea, I personally like to invest in healthcare and technology companies. It's just my personal preference. When I was an IT recruiter, I noticed that healthcare and IT companies were the fastest growing companies, and I try to use that when it comes to stocks as well, because I've noticed that with healthcare and IT companies that they usually tend to grow by a significant amount. So just to give you an idea, I read through these companies. It's almost like watching an episode of Shark Tank. So I went into this company, CrowdStrike. I read the company description, and it basically, what the company description is, it's basically the company trying to tell you why you should buy their stock. So, how much they've grown, what they do, and all of that. You can also go to company profile, and it will tell you everything about the company website. And then the other great thing you can do is you can go ahead and add it to your calendar. So that's what I've been doing in order to stay up to date with these companies. So that I make sure that I'm investing on the day of. My personal preference, I've noticed that it's great to invest in companies when they first open, because that's when they are the cheapest. My personal preference is I try not to buy the first day, or and I'll show you that later. I either try to buy the second day, or I try to buy in the last hour. But there's so many different ways that you can buy, and everyone has a personal preference. So I'll explain that to you later on. Another company that recently went public here is Chewy. So we all know Chewy, but the company description, they'll tell you how much money they've made, why you think they think you should invest in them, and so forth. So now that we've seen that, let's go to Robinhood. So Robinhood, so this is the app right now, just to give you an idea. So here up top, it says investing. Basically, it's saying right now my total investments is of $584.68. And then as you can see down here where I'm moving it, basically it says, so today I made $1.34. I was up by 23 cents in my total shares. And then with my finger, I can move this graph around. So basically it tells me that today at 9:20 a.m. I was up by $5.54. At 9:50 a.m. I was up $7.42. And throughout the day, that went down, and let me see, and then it went up, and then it went down. If I wanted to, I could have withdrawn, a share, and I could have made $5 today. I could have made $7 today. I can move that to see how much money I've made in a week. So over a week, I've made a total of $14.86. So I'm up to 0.61%. And overall, I'm up for my investments, $29.81, which is 5.37%. So as I scroll down, it basically tells me all the stocks that I own, where I bought shares. So it looks like a lot, but I've been doing this now for almost 2 months, so it's really not a lot, but I guess but I'm getting there. So to the left hand side, it says the name of the company, how many shares I bought for them, and then to the right hand side, it tells you the price per share that it's currently trading for. So to give you an idea, this first company, let's start with IOVA. They are Iovance Biotherapeutics. I don't know much about the company. I just know that I saw that they were going public. I read the description and it caught my attention, so I decided to invest in them. They are a cancer pharmaceutical company or a cancer research company, and if you basically, again with the graph, it'll tell you today it opened at $22.71, and then it closed at $22.41. So let me see. It looks like they went up by 13% today, but overall, this is a company where I bought each share actually, let's go down here. If you scroll down, it shows you here. So on May 16, I bought each share at $14.84. I spent a total of $29.67. And if I scroll back up, it shows you that I've made, my total return is $15.15. So it's up to me. If I want, I can choose to trade the stock, and I can sell both of my shares. I can sell one of them, and basically what I would gain is the additional $15 or that I've made, which is my total return. On my end, I actually want to keep the money there and see how much farther the company grows and see where my money goes. If the company instead had lost money, so say today they were at $13, if I chose to sell it, I would sell it at the price that it's going for now, so obviously I would lose. So that's just to give you an idea. And then on this graph, it tells you, over in 52 weeks, their all-time low was $7.26. So I could have bought shares at $7.26, and my overall return today would have been higher. I could buy as many shares as I want, and so forth. But this is a great way to see, what a company is worth over 52 weeks, what their all-time high is, what their average is, and so forth. Another great thing is that there's analyst ratings. So, 100% of people are saying this is a company you should buy. 0% people, they're not telling you should sell. And I'm going to show you a company where investors are telling you should sell it. But this is a great company, and as you're here, it also says people have also bought. So it gives you the option that if you want, you can actually scroll through these companies and see what other companies you can potentially buy, or you can put in your watch list so that you can watch them. So let's go, for example, let's see. Maybe I'm interested in this company. Wow, they went up by 3.69% today. So what's this company about? So Corbus Pharmaceuticals. So if I go down, it basically says that they opened today at $7.10. Their all-time high, their 52-week low is $4.50. 100% of analysts are saying you should buy it. And let's see, what are they about? So if you go here, it says it's a phase 3 clinical stage pharmaceutical company that focuses on the development of novel therapy treatments, chronic and serious inflammatory and fibrotic diseases, whatever. If I want to read it, I can. And if I am interested, maybe I'm interested, but I don't have the money to buy it. Maybe I'm interested, but I want to see if they actually do grow over a span. So this graph basically says, it shows that, today they did pretty well over the span of a week. They've, bounced around. It tells you, how they've changed over a week. But say if it's just a company I want to watch, I can press on the upper right-hand green button with the plus sign, and I can add that to my watch list. So once it gives me that check mark, I've added it to my watch list. So let me show you what that exactly means. So now I'm on the front page again. It shows my investments. It shows the stocks where I've invested. And then now I have not invested in cryptocurrency. So my investments stopped at cryptocurrencies, and then it goes to my watch list. My watch list are all the companies I have in my watch list that I'm watching to see what the stock price is, how it changes. So, for instance, this company, Cura Oncology, they're an oncology company. They've recently opened, and I actually want to buy. I should probably buy soon. They opened at 52. They're all-time, their week low is $10. So I'm able to see, here how, they've changed. And then, a lot of people are recommending to buy and so forth. I haven't bought, but I'm watching it, So this is my watch list. These are the companies that maybe I want to invest in someday, that I'm just watching as I go. And then just to give you an idea, let's look at, I want to show you two things. So first, I want to show you a company where I've lost, but I've also made. So let's go to Kronos Group. So Kronos Group is a marijuana company. They're, or cannabis company. if you scroll down, 46% of people are saying you should sell it, you shouldn't buy. Only 8% of people are saying you should buy. I'm just going to keep it as is. I do think that maybe, that there is a market for cannabis, so I'm just going to keep it. Just to give you an idea. So here it says your history. So basically what happened was I bought shares. I remember it was like at $15, and so almost 16. And when I bought shares at, like 15 to 16, a few weeks later, I saw that they had gone down, but they kept going down. So I was like, well, maybe I should buy when they're down, because I do believe that they're going to go back up. And that's exactly what I did. So I bought the shares at a cheaper price, so at $14.93. And then I held on to what I had initially invested at, I think the most expensive one. And when I went back to above 16, I sold it, because personally I didn't have the money to keep that investment there, and I wanted to use that money to buy a different stock. So I sold it at $16.30. So basically I made money, and I was additionally able to buy other stocks. So this is my history here. A great way that you can make money every day. Let's go, for instance, to a company that makes money every day. And you don't have to be an expert. You just kind of like, you passively buy, and then you'll know. You'll have an idea of what's growing, what's not, and so forth. And I do recommend investing about $25 a week. You don't have to buy every week, but maybe if you do $25 a week, and say you want to buy a stock that's over $100, at the end of the month, maybe you can buy it, and it doesn't feel like it's hurting your pocket so much, because you're just really putting $25 a week. So just to give you an idea, Roku. So this morning, Roku opened up at $108. If I had bought stock at $104, which I did today, and I sold it this morning $108, I would have made $4 today. Now, if I sold it and I made $4 today, I could deposit those $4 into my bank account if I want, or I can just keep it and buy other stock. And I could have rebought them at the end of the day, just to make sure that I had the stock again. Now, Roku is a company that I actually do watch. I do admire. They're in almost every smart TV, and I wish I would have bought them a week ago. They were, let me see here, a week ago, they were at about, or even a month ago, they were at about $83. I saw them grow, and I kept saying, I'm going to buy, and I never bought, and I would have made my, a few bucks there already. But another way to make money, I don't recommend you doing this now unless you have a lot of discretionary income. But, again, I recommend buying into companies that are at their infancy, so that you can see them grow without you doing much. But just to give you an example, say, there are companies where you can make a few hundred or, a few dollars a day. So, let's just go of an example. Let's say Amazon. So Amazon right now, they're trading at $1,914. So obviously a lot of money. But just to give you an idea, their 52-week low was $1,307. So anyone who bought stocks at $1,307 within 52 weeks has already made, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about $600 in just 52 weeks without doing anything. But Amazon, just to give you an idea, today, they opened at 1934, and then they went out at some point. They were down to 107. I thought I saw. So say you bought at 1,007, and then you decided to trade them back up later on in the day when they were at 1984. So then there you made. What is that, like $8 or so? But I think last week at some point they were at 1,700 or 18. So you could have made easily $100 or $200 in just a week. But that's just an example of a company that you can buy a large stock and make a significant amount in just a matter of a week or 2 weeks. You can make an extra $100 in a week, but you can also do that with other companies where you can maybe buy 5 shares. Like say for instance, if I bought 5 shares of another fluctuating company, I'd be able to make, a few dollars here and there. But that's just an example. And then another great way to make money is through dividends. So let's go to a dividend account. So here you can see, for instance, this company, I bought 2 shares. I should probably buy more shares. This is a company that doesn't not fluctuate too much throughout the day. It only costs 61 cents. But the return on this company, it yields 24% return. So it's almost like interest rates. So basically, I get 24% of my investments quarterly. So people that have bought a lot of dividends, you can buy dividends from so many companies. You will get a quarterly paycheck back of your interest. So say if I've invested, over $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, or maybe $1,000, whatever, I will get 24% back quarterly. So these stocks that have dividends, that yield a dividend, they don't fluctuate so much throughout the day, but they do give you really good returns over a long period of time. So it's another great way, and they're pretty cheap. They're only 61 cents per share. And really, if you have a significant amount, you can make a lot of money. You really can. Have this other company, Washington Prime Group. They give back a 20% yield, and so basically a 20% yield would be on each share $4, which doesn't seem like a lot, but it does really add up over a span. And even if they lose money, if their stock price goes up, down, I still will get that dividend. So I still get money back. So that's just, another great way. But yeah, so that is this completes my tutorial. I hope this was helpful. Again, you don't have to be an expert. The recommendation, from what I hear, is buy into companies that interest you. Don't get too crazy if a stock goes down. If in one day, stocks prices go up, they go down. Let me just show you Uber. I bought Uber when they first went public. I bought Uber at $36.99. Right now they're at $43.66. So I made a few dollars. I made $6.67. Those are $6.67 I never had. So let me see. Investors are saying Uber's not worth it. I guess no, wait, let me see. Is this Uber? Yeah. Or people... Actually, no one's telling you should sell Uber. 62% of investors are telling you to hold on to it. Let me show you some of the... actually, cannabis don't do that well. A lot, stockbroker... Some analysts don't think it's a good idea to buy into weed. Others think it's great. Others think that weed is going to end up being like an Amazon, where it was worth nothing and now it's worth a lot. So on another cannabis account, Hexo, I have 10 shares. I bought them actually pretty expensive. They were at $6 and I bought them at $7 and then they went down to $6. I should probably buy them now at $5.82, but I'm just done investing in weed. I feel that if it's gonna work out, I bought basically 10 shares, and if it doubles, then that's great. I will make a ton of money there. And if it doesn't, it's not gonna hurt my pocket. But I've decided that I'm gonna move on and invest my money in other investments. I think I'm done buying marijuana stocks, basically. Again, I'm a huge cybersecurity believer. So Rapid7, another cybersecurity company, I bought them at $50.36, and now they're up by $7. Let me see, I made $6.94 from them. So, but that, again, that's my personal preference. And all of these companies are companies that I saw in the IPO calendar and I decided to buy. Another company, Cara, I made a few cents off of them. But yeah, just to give you an idea, I'm not a good saver, but I've noticed that I don't know, I feel like it's easier for me to buy these stocks because I see them grow. And at the end of the day, I'm getting pretty good interest rates for them, in a way. So, and I'm having fun with it. So this is more or less, like a savings account for me. If I want, I can withdraw all my money. If I want, I can keep it there, and I can just play around. And I really think it's just a great way to invest. And obviously, the more money you have to invest, the more you're going to make back. Because if I, for IOVA, if I would have bought 10 shares, I would have double the amount. But I think it's fine, to start out with what you can. The most important thing is to start. So this completes my tutorial today. I hope you learned a lot.